Real quick, just want to say this video is not intended for kids, as The Sims 4 is rated T14 and I use graphic mods. If that wasn't enough, now delinquents are woohooing in dumpsters? Gross. Oh, I think EA is calling us out. Hello, Rose8767 here. So I'm not quite sure initially when I'm going to be posting this first episode. When I'm recording this, Eco Living just came out, like, I think yesterday or the day before. But I don't think I'll initially be posting this for a couple of weeks after, only because I have so many series going on now on at one on at once that I actually want to finish at least two of my series before I post it. The Hunger Games I know I can finish before I post it, and the other series I want to finish is Get Famous, because I've been doing that for probably about 2 years now. So the idea though is that I will finish Get Famous roughly around, if I stay true to my word on this, I mean, when I post this. But if I don't post this before, if I post this before, then I don't know what I was thinking. But my initial idea is, if this goes out when I think it will, I will have finished Get Famous around episode 35. And then Hunger Games will be over, and then I will post this. And if I do that, which means I'll probably pump out edit and pump out the pre-recorded episodes I already have of Get Famous. But if that does indeed happen, basically the idea is that this series will also be an alternate timeline not to Get Famous, just so you know, because I was talking about Get Famous, but to the 100 Baby Challenge. And that should also be, if I have this out when I think I will, there won't be spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil it just because I might post it sooner. But the idea is that this is an alternate timeline to Panda, for Panda, my second matriarch for the 100 Baby. And if you see the initial episodes that come at a point after, you kind of will get why. But initially the idea is that Panda won't be able to continue the 100 Baby. So in this time, no. Okay, I don't want to spoil it. I really don't, especially because I don't know when I'm going to post this. But basically, the idea is that when I post this, Panda's not able to do the 100 Baby for whatever reason. So I wanted to continue to play with her. So we have her here in with the makeover for the pack in Evergreen Harbor. This child here is the last child she had. It has a different name in this timeline, but it's I'm sorry, I know how to say this. Aliora. This is her daughter, Aliora. And the idea is that she didn't just abandon the 100 Baby Challenge for her mother out of the blue. In this timeline, she's had kind of a tragic turn of events. Okay, so long story short, Emmett, if you remember from the Raining Bullets on Your Wedding Day episode, kind of went a little crazy, nutty, for whatever reason, and killed a bunch of people. So Panda threw him out. This is then where the timeline splits. And that, in the normal timeline, nothing really became of that, and Emmett has and it became of that and Emmett and whatnot. And well, I'm gonna spoil it if I continue, if I have it posted sooner than when I think I'm gonna post it. So the idea is that what happens in that happens in that. However, in this one, Emmett's not too happy about that, and he's a little down on his luck. And he met a girl that he's fallen in love with, moved out with, ran away with, in fact, and got her pregnant. But then he realizes he can't support the kid because he's a teenager and he's homeless. So he joins up with this ragtag gang of teens that are very like a gang, basically. Okay, I know what's going on in the world is, I don't know if this will still be a thing when I post this, but what's going on in the world, the riots and whatnot, is a big issue. This idea I actually had before all that, so I wasn't trying to make any pokes at anybody or poke any bears or whatever. This is an idea I had before that. So basically, the group is a gang of teens that nobody wants to deal with, and they lived on the streets. So they wanted a place to actually crash, and they convinced Emmett to take care of the residents of a home so that they could live there. Now, Emmett didn't know what he was getting into until he got to the house, and lo and behold, it's Panda's house, Panda's tiny home, industrial tiny home. So he tries to back out of it, but basically he is convinced. He gets convinced by the very arrogant and mischievous leader to do it anyway. So he goes in there, but like he's just saying hi to the family, trying to get in their good graces again, but then sets the place on fire, which killed Regan and Miracle. In the commotion of all of that, Erwin tries to stop him and ends up being killed as well. As you can see, Panda's kind of mourning the loss of these people. Now, the reason Emmett is dead, and I will explain that in a second. Emmett is dead, and I will explain that in a second. Panda's also pretty much not continuing her baby challenge, so while she has a bunch of lovers, she's not continuing that role. She's given up on that stage of her life. But basically, Miracle, Regan, and Erwin are dead. Panda was still pregnant with the current child, Ailiora. Okay, I gotta remember how to say that. Ailiora. Ailiora was the child she was pregnant with. However, Emmett felt guilty enough as it was doing this, so what he tried to do so he didn't feel as much guilt about killing a pregnant panda. Wow, that was not intended to sound like how it sounded. But killing Panda while pregnant, he decided to kind of force her to have a miscarriage. So he kept trying to punch her in the stomach to force her to go into a miscarriage labor, basically, state. Well, all he really did was put her into labor, and then he was, because he couldn't get her to not have a miscarriage before he killed her. He then grabbed something to kill her with, and Panda, in labor pains, mind you, dodged and then managed to subdue the weapon from him and take him out. She tried to by which I mean she tried to strangle him, and he dropped the machete he was going to use on her, and then she stabbed him with it. So Panda has had a very rough couple of months since then. A lot of police interviews and whatnot, and explaining what happened. Needless to say, she abandoned the house she used to live at. She didn't want to be anywhere near that, so the gang got what they wanted in the end. They moved into the house. Emmett's pregnant girlfriend moved in with them, and they're living at Panda's old house. However, Panda wanted to start fresh. So she actually had a life-changing experience. So one of the things she did was she started to become a freegan. And then she became a recycled disciple. and she's been really into changing the world. So she's been really into that whole freaking lifestyle and recycling. Oop, it's lagging. So I didn't give her any of the other traits because I'm going to introduce some my ideas to do some characters later. But basically, so Iliora also grew up and she learned from her mother and became a recycled disciple as well. So it's been probably about 5, 6, 7 years since that a whole thing went down. Panda's obviously still very sad about it though. I mean, who wouldn't be? She lost her entire family in a tragic event. But she basically what she did is she moved to Port Evergreen Harbor, Port's Promise, and she took this old lot that was like they used to be the train station, then it was a bar for a while, but the bar was so bad for business, so bad for the environment that everybody was just trashing things around it. So she decided to buy the bar and turn it into an more eco-friendly house. So she's added a few things for her initial eco stuff. She's added this thing, the thing that lets you recycle stuff. She has a fizzer, a candle maker. She added some nice turbines on the roof. Over here we got our bug farms we're gonna start. Our dew catcher is over here. And I'm really proud of this too because I repurposed this lot so it still has the initial feel of being a train station, like how other lots in this world do, but with the actual bedrooms over here. Like this is Panda's room, this is her daughter's room, because I didn't change the way the bathrooms are because I figured it made sense that if it's a train station, they would have this little lobby area originally, and then you would go up to the bathrooms. So what I did was I turned the pretend lobby area that actually didn't exist originally into the daughter's room, and then you would go to the daughter's room to get to the bathrooms. Which, okay, nobody's privacy is really being invaded, so at least not until she gets into teenage years. Obviously, like I said, this used to be a bar for a while, so we get all the bar area stuff. I didn't change that much of this really. I left the bar area, but I took the bar and moved it, and I put a nice kitchen here, and then we got this nice seating next to the kitchen. So I thought that made it worth it because it had a nice little seating area next to the TV, and then the seating area for the kitchen, and I thought that worked. And then I just kind of made this seating area another TV area with the TV from Tiny Living Stuff. I left the jukebox and I put the bar over here. And then on the wall is the bar stuff. So I didn't move that much around really. I just kind of made it look like it's been repurposed as basically a house instead of being a very yet another bar we don't need basically. So yeah, I also when I did the rooms up here, I gave them more eco living stuff, so like the wallpaper and whatnot, because the idea is to make an eco living footprint, so like a green footprint. So that is our initial goal. But we do have, like I said, the kitchen. I didn't put any cabinets because I figured, because it's a repurposed bar, there wouldn't be. It would, and she's already repurposing it as it is. It probably would be a lot of hassle to put in cabinet sets, so that might come later. I'm thinking she does have a little bit of money though, so it's not like we're gonna lose money by putting in cabinets. That much money by losing cabinets. But the initial idea is to basically make this a very green area. I actually forgot to cheat it, but I was gonna pretend, because she already knows a bunch of people, and she did this whole green initiative on the bar, that she had some influence points, but I kind of forgot to cheat this before I started the episode, so I'll probably do that now because I was gonna do this, but I kind of forgot. So we'll only do we'll give her, because this is the thing you can do. So I'm just gonna give her 30 influence points, only because the idea is that she knows a lot of people as it is already, and she's like really close to a lot of people. She's not a brand new sim, and then also um, this whole project gave her some influence in the area. So that's the initial idea. Um, Obviously, like I said, she is sad. She's been very sad for a long time. This project has kind of been distracting her, but she will eventually. She's about to be not sad in 21 minutes. So, but she's this is something that's been eating her up in a long time. Also, I know she's a serial romantic. I did have her. I believe I had her complete. Yeah, I had her complete the aspiration off camera so that we could take. Oh, that's from a mod, just so you know. But I think it's under. I think one's under nature and one's under creative. So I actually want to do the big the big the big aspiration, the eco innovator. So we're gonna do that. Have 5 community influence points. Well, I cheated, so they already have that. And then we need to vote on action plans. The action plans actually weren't, because like I said, pre-used save file. It is open. It goes from Friday to Monday, and this where I left off in this save file it's Monday. So where I left off with the time split. So that means we kind of have to vote now. We kind of have to vote now, like right now. Where is the action plan board? I mean, we can vote for our mailbox. We don't need the board, but I just want to be familiar with where the board is for future reference. Also, Panda's not the only sim I put in this neighborhood. I added some sims here. I'll introduce them later in the series, unless they show up in the world. But with the initial release of Firefighters, I didn't make them. Someone else did, and I should credit them when I get the chance. But the initial release of Firefighters, I thought it was fitting to have her neighbors be some firefighters, and I was going to create them myself. But then I saw that in my notifications on the gallery, somebody had created some really attractive firefighters. Like, you know what? I'll just add those ones. And then the idea is that they're really attractive neighbors of Panda's. So the idea is Panda's single. She's lost her husband. Eventually, she'll want to start over and get over it. So eventually, the idea is that Panda will want to, when starting over, basically like meet new people. And since there's some really attractive firefighters living just right next door, she might consider spicing her life up a bit. If you catch my drift. All right, so let's see what we got here already. Back to the old days. I remember the good old days where we used to play board games, read books. Nowadays, all anyone can think about is their new phone or their TV. They're juicing it up, chugging their wretched juice. I didn't realize juice was such a bad thing. And what's with this obsession with woohoo? Woohoo in the bed, woohoo in the rocket ship, woohoo in the hot tub, woohoo in the observatory. Oh my god, is EA calling us out? Woohoo in the observatory. This wasn't enough. If that wasn't enough, now delinquents are woohooing in dumpsters. Gross. Oh, I think EA is calling us out. With the initiative, those who live a wholesome lifestyle of reading books and playing board games will be rewarded with influence. With those who indulge in technology, drinking juice, and woohooing, those who indulge in drinking technology, drinking juice, and woohooing will properly fined for their woeful deeds. Well, I don't want to remove those from the game. Those are actually most of those are how I get my fun up the fastest, so I can do things. So, no. It sounds interesting. I might try that on a different family, though. Could be interesting. Neighbors, I think we could benefit from a good NAP, Neighborhood Action Plan, one that promotes the smallest changes to make to help make a difference. Together, we can push our neighborhood to one appliance at a time. This action will take action into take. Let's take this action in our own hands by making handiness skill and influence making handiness skill and influence easier to get by using green upgraded appliances or by repairing any appliance. All right, eco-friendly appliances. Now, screen gardening. Have you always had the yearning to start gardening but never quite had the gumption to do it? This fresh new NAP might just start the push you to over that fruitful mound of procrastination soil. Grab your snips, your casts, your vote, and you'll get influenced by flexing those mighty green thumb. Growing a garden is beneficial for you and the community and the planet. Let's all get digging. I have at least 2 Let's Plays. No. Yeah, I had 1 Let's Play. Sorry, I had 2 Let's Plays. One of them's completed, but I had 2 Let's Plays where I did focus a lot on gardening, so I think I'm not going to do it in this one. I'm going to try to do eco stuff in any other way. Just because I like the idea of the lot I have, and I don't want to have to demolish a good portion of it to garden. Because gardening takes up a lot of space. I mean, technically I could do the hanging garden, so I'll consider that for another action plan, but not right now. Feeling down about the state. Okay, this is Modern Development Port Promise. Feeling down about the state of Port Promise, vote on additional funding for development projects to help this area live up to its name. But by putting hard work and mainly funding to get. Wait, hold on. By putting hard work and mainly funding. Okay, I get it now. Together, we can work on some much needed upgrades to the area. Don't be put off by the increase in your weekly bills to help pay for these. Oops, Glitterspark sharing something. To help pay for these weekly improvements. We're pushing to ensure residents' career pay goes up to help offset the added cost. Make this promise to Port Promise, won't you? And sharing is caring. Now, I actually don't like this one. I saw what's his name, James Turner, do this, and it caused him a lot of problems in his mini Let's Play, so I'm not doing that. Self-efficiency, I don't even have to read it. I know I'm not doing it. But basically, it just means anybody can steal stuff off your lot. Why keep feeding the corporate beast and continue spinning the degrading hamster wheel of consumerist shame? We can rise up and maintain perfectly good community ourselves. We can give the community we can live in a community where things like fishing, gardening, and handiness are rewarded and increased influence, as well as a sense of accomplishment and creative arts. I actually really want to do this one this time, so I'm just gonna do 3 votes. I'm gonna have to get my okay. Where are you going, girl? I have to actually get, though, my influence up by meeting people because I want to make sure that one wins. And what is the voting status right now? Check latest gossip? Okay, sure. I actually want to check the voting, though. Why is Makoa here? That's the island. He belongs in island living. Go back to your island, Makoa. Why the heck are you even here right now? All right. Did I meet him? Oh, okay. I already met Makoa. let's meet this person over here. Mercedes Silver Sweater. And I'm guessing she's either related to Simeon Silver Sweater and is like a magic person, or she is, or she is, what's the word I'm looking for? Or she is, it's a word I'm looking for, his wife. I'm assuming though where I'm at in this world, because it's from a previous Let's Play, that she's probably like the child of Simeon. Then again, yeah, Realm of Magic came out roughly long enough now that compared to that Let's Play's time span that she could be his daughter. She very well could be. You're from college. Why are you here? You should be at college only, but thank you for being here so I can get some influence points by not knowing you. You are helping me by being able to know you right now, because I'll get some influence points for that. Also, I didn't realize I didn't even mention Panda actually because Panda has so much money and what has happened, she actually got some work done to her face too. Because I remember, if you remember from the actual How to Her Baby Let's Play, she wasn't actually that attractive. So because of who her parents were. So I actually ended up giving her some nice facelifts, basically, to help. Basically, she had the money, so she decided to get some work done. All right. We got some more influence points. We got 12. All right. And it looks like somebody voted for sharing is caring and self-sufficiency, and that's it. So I'm definitely going... Okay, we've got my milestone completed already, apparently. We just got to kind of get to know people so that I can... Oh yeah, speaking of which, I should join the new career, well, at least one of them. I should at least join one of the new careers. You know what always annoyed me about this? I know he's a merman, but what always annoyed me about that sim is that he walks around freaking barefoot, like EAY. As a civilian, okay, so civil designer is what I wanted. So as a civil designer, get motivated in planning, designing solutions of all kinds, environmental problems, and chat to your fellow sims to make their world a better place to live. Career branches: green, technician, and civil planner. All right, we're gonna do that. Oh, apparently I had to do that. I didn't even know. Look at the aspiration. That was actually part of the things I had to do. And then sell power or water on utility available. We'll probably do that later. This actually seems to be pretty easy to pass this aspiration. So did I get influence points? I did. Probably from joining a career. Oh, sure. It looks like I can't vote again because I need 10. Alright, so I need to acquire recycled materials. Well, nobody's really around this. Oh wait, Sim, right there. We can talk to him. The voting ends today, so I really want to push to get this as high as I possibly can. Do I know you already? Do I know this Sim? Huh. Okay, I know this Sim. I don't know. Did he like live in the place I used to live? Because I don't remember meeting him. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let me see. What else? Oh god. What else can we do to get influence? Because I know introducing yourself to Sims is a big one. But I think there's I know holidays. Like if you have seasons producing holidays and events, not just for seasons, but events in general, can give you influence. So I suppose if we threw a party, that would help. But fortunately, like I said, because of when I'm coming in, it's Monday and the voting ends on freaking Monday. So I'd like to just kind of introduce myself to as many random Sims as I can until I can get the points. She is very tired though. That's the thing. Also, I should check on my daughter because I haven't actually done anything with her. She's just drawing apparently. She just decided to draw. Okay, but it won't go on the wall. There we go. Okay. Well, that's cute. Alright, she's gonna go use the bathroom. Alright, I'm gonna send you home, though, after you introduce yourself to Bob Pancakes. We can... It's already 4 p.m. The voting ends at 6. Crap. Okay, and she's not introducing herself to Bob. But introduce yourself to Bob. God darn it. I said introduce yourself. I just want to make sure my vote wins. Alright, we got enough points to vote again. I just wanted to make sure nothing happens between now and 6 p.m. that possibly I could not win. I mean, people aren't really voting. I voted 5 times for this, and only 2 people have voted for this, so it looks like there's a chance that I will obviously win. I mean, if something happens in 1 hour, I will be shocked because there's only 1 sim hour before closing. So I think 5 should be enough though because of the time frame we have. So I'm gonna sit at home, go to sleep. You actually, can I do something with you since I haven't actually done anything? Oh, why did I make you a whiz kid? I actually meant to make you this thing because of the creative table, but whatever. Good thing there's no like bonus trait with that, like how the adults have, so that works at least. I just don't think there is. Yeah, there's no bonus trait for that, for the kid's aspiration, so it's not as big of a deal that I did that by accident. I think I default to WizKid a lot for some reason, but even though I don't always mean to use it. Well, she's gonna, she needs to draw 2 pictures while inspired, so. Why is your voice so deep? Oh my god, did I not fix your voice when I aged you up? Because I had her, like I said, the way I did it, obviously, like, she was born, so she was a toddler for a while, and then before this Let's Play, I just made her a child, because I figured the way this starts out, it would just be, what the heck was that? Oh, it's modern development. Okay, so I guess it just won then. The votes are in, and modern development in Port Promise starts now. This port does indeed have a lot of promise. Let's see what contemporary improvements lie ahead. To kick off the development, the center streets have been paved with luxurious experimental pavement made from recycled astroturf that leads to a striking propeller modern art piece. This handsome historic propeller was flown in as a way for Port Promise to commemorate our history. We are also looking forward to a bright future. More changes ahead the following week. Okay, so that happened so fast, and I like literally saw the world change within the brink. That was an accident. Just kind of moved the taskbar by accident. Let's not do that again. Also, I just realized Discord is open, so. Okay, there we go. But I saw that, like, in a blink of an eye that happened. Looks like, yeah, wow. That looks already so much better. Wow, that's pretty awesome. It looks so much better. Literally day 1, and we already made such a big change. But that's because we came in on Monday, so. Yeah, that's so much better. Look at that. Look at that. So much better. Well, we've already made such a big change on day 1. And it was only us. We voted, so. But I think with that, I'm actually going to... how long have I been recording for, by the way? 30 minutes. 33 minutes. So I think with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this one here. I love you all, my beautiful lovelies. I will see you all in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Remember, I post videos almost every single day. And I will see you soon. Bye!